We are back to the warehouse for Blitzball Battle 6. The new extra innings rules are rough. Let's talk Blitzball. Welcome to the Blitzball Boys, the podcast about Blitzball on boys, but lately about Blitzball. I'm your co-host, Brendan Ruppel, along with my fellow host, Peter Del Rey.
Hey, Brendan. I'm really glad you brought up the extra inning stuff right away.
Yeah, we hadn't talked about this.
We didn't know about it.
I mean, off pod, like we usually
off pod.
Discuss what we're going to talk about. We just went into this cold.
Well, because I forgot all about it, and I wonder, for those who don't know, we won't give away anything here. The new extra inning rule is you get one at bat, you flip a coin. Whoever wins the coin toss decides if they bat or if they pitch, and then you have to win that matchup. Yeah. I feel like I would almost like it better if it was like college football.
Which, how does that work?
College, or not college football, regular football now, okay. I guess.
I also don't know how that works.
Where if in overtime, if you get the ball, it used to be if you get the ball and you score no matter what, game was over. That was it. You win.
Okay.
Now I believe it's if you get the ball and you score a field goal, the other team gets one chance. Possession to like match it or win. Right. If you score a touchdown, you win.
Right.
Where like sense. In this scenario, this specific scenario, I feel like that would have been nice.
Yeah. I understand what they want to do. They want to like kind of just end it as fast as possible, abruptly, and just like beat it
what?
As Collinstable.
As Coxtable.
Also, that's we haven't talked about Colin's cock at all this entire series.
We haven't, because it's been hiding.
It's been hiding. Where's it been? Whip it out, Colin. Come on.
We want it. Give it to us, Dad.
Okay. At last, I think Let's Hold Battle 5, we were like filthy about it. So like, I'm glad. Maybe it's good that we have been toned down about this a little bit.
Was it 5 or 4?
Maybe he wore like 3 pairs of pants, so we would shut up about it this season. Who knows?
We asked him about it, I think.
Colin, how big's your cock? He didn't say.
Hey, Colin, were you priming yourself before those games?
Was Dusty fluffing you before the games this year?
Wow. They don't got those in the Savannah Bananas.
We'll dive deeper into the extra innings, I'm sure, later. We'll give our opinions on it, what we think would have been better, maybe. I think people are also reacting similarly to this rule. I don't know if they even had to change it from last year. I'm sure they had reasons why they felt like it needed to be changed, obviously. Did they change it for the sake of changing it? Or was there a good reason to do it? I'm sure they'll reach out to us and hear us complaining about this.
Well, I'm sure there was a good reason. I mean, realistically, when you think about it, like, how many times did we see in previous tournaments extra innings where, like, extra innings was designed for it to be one at bat versus one at bat, and how many times do we see go multiple rounds?
Yeah, I guess that's probably what happened, because you didn't think that was going to happen that often with the total base rule, which I liked a lot, and it did happen a lot. Even sometimes when people would hit doubles, they would like match a double, which is kind of crazy. But I think that's fun. It's good, it's still good content. I understand you want a result as fast as possible, but sometimes matching a result like that is pretty exciting. Like extra innings are some of the more fun parts about baseball.
Right. So I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna say, I'm gonna spoil it. So if you haven't watched it for some reason, you want to listen to this before watching, I'm gonna leave a little bit of a break here so you could fast forward, but it feels like I really like the sudden death aspect of it, but if you're gonna walk, I feel like the other team should get a chance to like
there should be like a
walk
better caveat, maybe.
Right.
That's kind of what I was gonna say too, was like the walk aspect is difficult because in this sport we talk about all the time, it's so easy to walk people too. The hitter has a clear advantage from that respect. Is like it's one of the largest possibilities of that outcome is going to be a walk.
Right. So it's like if it was a walk, I would like them to get a chance to do better. But then at that point, what do? Do you like, okay, yeah, you could do better, but we're taking away balls.
Yeah. And it seems like the whole point of what they want to do here is have it be one at bat no matter what.
Right. So it's interesting. I mean, could it even be better if like the team that wins the flip gets to pick if they're pitching or batting, or they get to the other team picks and then the team that wins the flip gets to pick who is pitching or who is batting?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
Something
think
like that.
I think like also this can be very exciting in the future. I'm sure
It
there'll
totally
be a
could.
game where it's going to be fucking awesome and epic, but I think it was just unfortunate for them that the first version of this we saw was the worst version of it.
It was exciting here. You know what? Like, again, spoiler, but you're going to hear it in 15 seconds anyways.
Yeah.
When the count went full, I was like, my heart was racing, like, oh my God, what's going to happen? And then when it was, a walk, or I think it hit Colin in the ass or something, it was just kind of like,
it was a big fart. You'll hear it in my burn that how I felt about this outcome.
A big fart. We're doing sound effects today for real.
You see the guy that commented about
the sound effects? I saw just before we started doing this.
Our comments are good. When we get comments, which is not that often, when we do, they're usually fun.
They're good. They're really good. All right, Brendan. Burn it before we start spoiling too much.
Too much. There's not much more game. It's Whack versus Mac. Dalton Fieldy on the mound, and he walks Colin Stone to lose the game.
No, Brendan. No, Brendan.
That's the entirety of the game.
No, that was not the entire. What about the new? What about Pennick's new emote?
New emote?
Yeah. His squat. He said points are for fucking ball and play.
He did a point. We got 1 point.
He did one, and then he fully transitioned to squats. And he squatted after, he poses after every pitch, and I love it.
Yeah.
And then he also, like, when he thinks he did a good one, he hits the squat.
Yeah, I think he realized, like, I can't point for everything, but when I do feel like I did well, I got a squat still.
I got to
be reserved for bigger moments.
And then he was like, it's not really that big of a deal. I can hold it because I played football.
Yeah, it's a good squat.
Good squat.
Chris Rose,
but yeah, you're right, actually.
Like he's taking a shit, which I guess that's what squatting is.
It does. I mean, Papa squat, right?
Papa squat.
I guess you're right in the sense that nothing really happened except for the Dalton walking him. Bad burn, 0 out of 10. There were 7 strikeouts in this game. 7 of the Pete, what's going on? The 12 outs, strikeouts.
It didn't take you that. You acted like you were you had dead brain for like an hour. you got
well
there.
Because in my head I was like, my head kept trying to say 9, the 9 outs. I was like, not 9 outs.
9. I
didn't know you could speak German.
I did take German for 2 years. I learned nothing. I went to lunch every day
in
that period.
Go ahead. Tell me about chickens.
Schnitzel.
All right. Pretty good. Now tell me about boots.
Ooh. Oh. Das.
Oh, you got it. Oh, wow.
See, I did go there.
You're pretty good at this.
Did go to class sometimes.
K-Mac, I think they said coming into this game, it doesn't make sense going through this. We'll hit the highlights. K-Mac had a 20-game hitting streak broken.
Which is crazy because K-Mac not known for his hitting.
0-5.
MacFlurry Power isn't known for their hitting in general.
Well, they're known for their hitting. They're not known for their power hitting.
I don't know if they're known for their hitting that much.
They're known for keeping innings alive, I think, and that's how they score their runs.
They're like famously kind of a shit offensive team.
Unbelievable.
And they know it. That's what Colin has said it to Keith during the game. Like, yeah, this is more like us. We ground out and like suck at offense. And, like,
you think this will be funny, Brendan?
What, you texting during the
No.
video?
I'm trying to. Well, it would have been funny.
Sounds really good.
I was trying to take a picture with my flash on, but the flash didn't go. I thought that would have been funny.
Yeah, I would have enjoyed it. I mean, the explanation's also pretty good.
I'll do it in a later episode. I'll figure this out.
I'll forget about it and do it again.
We'll get like a guest on, and I'll be like, "Hey guys."
We love light bits here on the YouTube.
Light bits. There were some pretty good defensive plays, I guess.
There were
in this game. Not even, I guess.
I have a
just were
a take on Dalton's 2 big plays.
Okay, which one first?
The first one.
Second play first.
The second one, I guess I can't talk about for some reason. Wonder why.
Oh.
But the other one, the first dive.
That's interesting.
He didn't need to dive.
That is not what I. That's why. Okay. That's why. Diving makes everything look cool, though, Brendan.
It does, I guess.
Let's see if you needed to.
It was a
Let's
flop.
see if I agree with you.
It was a flop.
Because I was.
I'll say this about it. I think
little bit of honesty here. I didn't really watch. I was listening to most of it. I was listening to most of it because it's one of the busiest times of year at work, and I was doing a lot of like real work.
You're watching Warehouse Games like it's a podcast.
No, I wasn't watching like it was a podcast. I had it on, and then if like something exciting happened, I like looked over.
You picked a great game for that. I'll be honest with you. That's smart.
That's so rude. Let's see.
No, you didn't pick a good game for it only because. So the runtime of this game was about like 45 minutes, and it was filled. It was filled with a lot of great stuff from the like they are mastering.
I saw the audience stuff.
It's so good.
This is my first time, actually looking at these MacFlurry Power jerseys. Brendan, I don't think I like them.
Yeah, you asked me. You were incensed when I said I didn't like them that much.
Well, I thought that they wouldn't change them this much.
Oh yeah, they're too cartoony for me.
Ooh, these are not good. These are like if you played like backyard soccer, and they said, "Here's the logo right in the middle."
I agree with you. Yeah. Sorry, so back to
Dalton didn't need to dive.
Dalton's dive. I think it probably made it easier. Like it made it a more sure catch because it put his body in a good place to catch it more easily by forgetting about his body.
Do you think he tripped?
But it looked like a showy dive.
I'm watching it right now. I think he might have tripped.
Peter,
because he
did call out.
It wasn't
looked like
really
he dove before the ball even came off the ceiling.
Yeah, it was kind of like a lean forward. I wonder.
I don't know.
Let's see.
Second one definitely needed to. That was a crazy one. I'll give him that one.
This is not a good replay. This angle from the replay, not great because his feet are kind of cut off. So it kind of doesn't do what I'm hoping to see. How old is Keith, man? He got a face like a teenager, but his body is like somebody who's maybe like late 30s, early 40s.
I want to guess he's 43.
He has a very young face. Yeah, he just kind of like leans forwards a little bit too early.
Anyone in a quarter zip to me looks like they're in their 40s.
Yeah, I don't think he. No, I'm going to disagree with you. I'm going to say I think he.
What would you say? You cut out for a second.
I think he needed to dive.
Oh, okay.
just because of the ricochet off the warehouse.
On, Keith's age.
No. I think Dalton needed to dive here.
Okay.
From the ricochet off the warehouse ceiling, famously hard to read. I think that he thought it was going to be a little further. Yeah, but I think he already committed to like planting his foot and then was like, "Oh shit, this is going to land further forward than I thought." So, I mean, it could go either way. Who cares?
Okay. Let us know what you think. Did he need to dive or did he not?
Yeah, let us know in the comments below. Is this the boring episode?
That's good podcasting. Is this podcast a boring episode of the podcast?
This is a boring episode of the podcast. I find it so funny. I want to make that joke every single time, but then I always remember Conan's interview with Ted Danson where he's like, the worst thing a guest can do is say, well, this is going poorly.
And I think unless you're obviously making a bit about it.
It's such an inside baseball joke, though, where I know it would be a joke to me and you, but if I just played it straight. Like,
they hate themselves and they don't think this is good at all. No, I just played it phenomenal. This is great content. We're great and the best at this, probably.
This is pretty good. Then like Ryan Cohen gets a good play pretty much immediately afterwards, for 2 outs for Pennick pitching, which was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, no, I mean Pennick pitching. That was not my what to watch for. I was worried about him with the stick, and he didn't do it with the stick, obviously, but
he didn't swing.
Yeah, he tried a couple times after the ball was already in the catcher's mitt, but on the mound, like serviceable. I mean, if he can induce soft contact again, MacFlurry Power not the best hitting team, but still they're a championship caliber team. MacWiffy Power,
microwave power.
Are you upset
I don't
with
know,
that?
man.
You look
like
upset with that.
No, I'm more upset because I'm thinking about it and I'm like,
maybe
I like Pennick so much.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know, like at the end, I wish I didn't hear him say that the only thing he didn't work on was defense, because that just makes me sit here and be like, did you hear that at the end in the interviews? He was like, the only thing that I didn't work on was defense, which means he practiced pitching, and you could tell because his pitching, it's not awful. We've definitely seen worse.
No, I think he's going to be serviceable.
But like Brendy, his swings are he's so late on every ball. Like even the ones where he was just like trying to swing to stay alive or whatever.
Tough.
He was so
let
late.
me remind you again though who he's being pitched again. Like it's MacFlurry Power have the two arguably best pitchers in the league.
Okay.
I don't know why that was so hard to say.
What about when he was facing Drew or Jolly? Still late.
Yeah, I know, but just still like early in this tournament when he's trying to find his footing at the plate, those two guys, Colin and K-Mac, are not the guys you want to see.
Listen,
especially Colin. But I have hope for him because I've seen his swing. He can have a nice swing when he's in ball and play, which is essentially like hitting off a tee, obviously. But like I think he just needs to figure out the timing. It's going to take a little bit.
I am only upset because I like him so much.
Yeah,
you know, I'm only upset because I like him so much.
Well,
and it's just like
assume he's not going to figure it out at the plate this tournament, and maybe if he does, you'll be excited.
They have a fucking pitching machine.
Yeah,
you know, just like go in there, set the pitching machine to 70, and just like let the ball pass by a couple times, and then start taking hacks at it, and just to time it up. Yeah, just to time it up, not to like learn how to hit a home run, but like.
Yeah, I guess
I want Justin to be good so badly.
But then when you're up there and this guy has a crazy bag of tricks like Colin Stone does, you don't know it's not going to be just straight at you every time.
But it was K-Mac too. It wasn't just crazy. Colin.
K-Mac's got a lot of movement too.
I know, but like
he tunnels.
This wasn't even movement. This was speed stuff. Movement, fine. Yeah. If he swings and misses, whatever. But at least like make it so that if he made connection, he would have hit it.
Yeah,
and it's not like I'm saying like fucking get better, Justino. It's like I just want you to be competitive, Justin.
Yeah, we'll see.
Please,
we'll see if it comes at all this tournament. But there's no signs of him having success at the plate besides walking.
There ain't no signs of success.
But decent on the mound.
Decent on the mound. Then second inning, all of MacFlurry's fans leave.
Yeah.
To go be whack fans. Very funny, except for
Trevor Plouffe, who explains I don't even know why I'm here because I don't even like K-Mac that much.
Tyler Plouffe. He said it's because he hates Dalton and he hates Pennick, but he doesn't like K-Mac that much. So he's really also only rooting for Colin.
In the crowd with him.
Yep, and then he calls Ryan into the crowd.
Uh-huh.
So then they both are in there. Pennick strikes out, and then for Pennick's other one, this is so rude to Justin Pennick.
It is. But this game should have been so boring, and it's reasons like this why this game was so fun to watch, because they make something out of nothing always.
You're right. Zoe was the first trader. Zoe ran from the MacFlurry team over to Whack, and then everybody went. And then after Pennick struck out, the Whack fans went to go back, and K-Mac said, "We don't want you."
I love that.
Very funny.
Fuck you guys. We don't want any of you.
Very funny. Jake had a great reveal where he took one jersey off to reveal a jersey underneath. I love pageantry like that. That's why we watch this stuff.
Absolutely. I texted you last night a little bit about my feelings on MacFlurry Power, and it's games like the two games they've had so far with all the bullshit and nonsense that they've been putting on. It's all like driven by K-Mac, obviously, and Colin's got into it a little bit too now. I just love the way they play. The way they just play like complete dicks. They play like they're better than they are. And I love that about them. It's so funny, and it cracks me up. And K-Mac is the best heel in the warehouse. He's great. Love him.
The best heel.
And like when he's pitching, I love when he's pitching and he's doing it too, because he can actually back it up when he's on the mound.
That ass?
With that ass.
He could back that ass up any day.
Ass up.
K-Mac's got a weird batting stance. Do you think that it's tailored to Blitzball, or do you think that's what his batting stance was like when he played?
I would imagine tailored to Blitzball.
Because he kind of he's holds the bat straight back like this.
Yeah, Nicole watches him and she's like, he is Waluigi in every way, even when he's like batting.
He really is.
It's crazy.
He really is. I want to meet him so bad, like in person. We talked to him. He's such a nice guy.
Yeah, nothing like the guy in the warehouse.
Then we go. This is Dalton's play, which we're not allowed to talk about. We're on embargo.
That's right.
Not allowed to talk about it. Embargo play. I thought that your play of the game would be the fans switching sides. Because you've been known to do that. I did not expect K-Mac to strike out last at bat, because I'll be honest, Jimmy doesn't like this, but I cheated a little bit.
You You saw runtime?
Because I was working. I was like, I looked at the runtime. I was like, is this going to be over? Because they do like maybe 5 minutes for the
right.
interviews plus preview. So I was like, is this going to be it? Like, I don't understand. And I looked at it, and I didn't really look at the time. I just looked at how much of the bar was left, and I was like, oh, this might be it. Struck him out, and then I was like, oh, this is why, because it's the shortest fucking.
Yeah, I mean, after last game, I thought he was gonna go deep and like they were gonna have an awesome walk-off win, and
they did.
They did, I guess. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Because as we talked about before, they went into extra innings. We explained the extra innings rules before. Dalton won the flip, said he wanted to do it against the best, and he wanted to pitch against K-Mac, and then Colin said, how about I bat, and then walked, and then MacFlurry power won.
So what would it be team dependent, or would you always bat if you had the choice? Because it seems like you have the clear leg up if you're batting because it's so easy to walk people.
I think it would be team dependent because I feel like...
I think you're safe always picking bat.
Let me see.
Throughout all the teams.
I think not Forgotten Rotten. Because Trevor's pretty good on the mound for Forgotten Rotten. And both of them have not gotten it going.
We always talk about the pressure of like having to throw strikes, and in that moment, I think it's terrifying to have to throw strikes because then you lose the game if you walk somebody.
But why else?
You're sitting pretty.
At what other point? What other player in this entire tournament is better than Trevor Plouffe in that moment?
Yeah, you're right, but he's still susceptible to being a human a little bit.
Like,
I think you're in the driver's seat always if you're at the
plate. Let's go through team by team. Jimmy and Jake definitely bat because Jimmy knows he's a head case, and I don't know if Jake is
he's a little
there
wild
yet.
Still.
A little bit wild. Yeah, he has no outs recorded, 5 hits, 1 walk. Fine. Dalton Pennick, we saw that they wanted to pitch. They probably should have bat. Trev Shelfie, I'm very firmly on they should pitch.
I think they have the best case to pitch, but I think even
and this is if they win.
If they have the choice,
so they get to pick.
Yeah.
Drew and Jolly, yes, Jolly at the plate is an animal.
And Drew
Lou
is
and Joe's.
Can't throw strikes right now.
Lou and Joe's, I think it depends on who they're playing.
It depends on if you have a pitcher that can give you strikes no matter what.
Or if you come up against guys who can't hit. Like Lou and Joe's, if they were to come up against K-Mac and Colin, who both couldn't really get it done at the plate, maybe
there's
Lou
a guy
would
that
feel
can
confident.
Take a walk or like chop a single on every team though.
Right. Know? Yeah. No. Yeah, but I'm saying like, and we're really like being nitpicky here.
Yeah.
Like K-Mac and Colin had an awful day, or even the last game when who won by being no hit? Oh, that was fucking. Never mind. So that wouldn't even apply. Jack and Zoe, they're probably the two best. That's probably the best hitting team for average in the warehouse.
Yeah.
K-Mac and Colin. I could see them picking pitching just because Colin is a fucking animal.
Yeah. I guess knowing their makeup. Yeah.
Woogas could do either because we haven't really seen much from Jimmy this tournament. That's our thing.
Right.
That's the thing. Like Jimmy is the number one pitcher there, and like he got out pitched 35-9 in half an inning. To be fair.
Right.
Is that true? I don't think that's true.
He didn't pitch much at all.
Yeah, he didn't need to pitch the second inning.
Yeah.
So, like you can't really say there. In the past, I'd say that's a toss-up. That's probably the most matchup related decision.
Yeah.
Because Jimmy would just say,
I would think you're always stiffed with the pitching. You're like, oh shit, I guess we got to pitch. And in that situation, it was crazy of Dalton.
I don't know about always, but I think too.
If you are stiffed with it, you need to have a first pitch strike, or else you're already so far in the defensive.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think that it's the worst of the two for literally only 3 teams. I think Jack would be fine pitching. I think Trev would be fine pitching, and I think Jimmy Norp would be fine pitching, and Colin Stone.
Yeah.
Because I mean that could have also been Dalton's decision. Dalton's decision could have definitely been based on I don't want to face Colin, so I'd rather try and strike them out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think it's going to be matchup dependent no matter what, but I feel like Baggage, Jolly Olives, Del Caribe, we got ice. Like they would pick bat more than pitch.
I think your good point about MacFlurry too is like since they have such a crazy good pitcher, they might just go that route too, since they're not that good at hitters.
Right. So that's really what it is. It's an interesting extra innings. I do think that you're onto something, that there's going to be a meta developed pretty quickly.
Yeah. A good way to put it.
But beyond that, MacFlurry power wins. Feels bad. Feels wrong to say congratulations, but congratulations, guys.
Do you still feel this way? You said last episode that if MacFlurry doesn't win 10-0, then you count it as a loss. I think this is a good case of like this is a very sad win. This is a loss win.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
but this is also kind of how they've been playing for
years.
The
10-0 was hyperbole, right?
Yeah.
It was hyperbole. Yeah. What it really meant was a convincing win.
Are you
this
worried
by
about
no
them
means
going
was convincing
deep in the playoffs after this?
Yes.
game?
Yeah, absolutely. I think who are they going to be playing? They're going to be playing either We Got Ice or the Jolly Olives, right?
Those are the
so
two teams that have wins. Okay.
Probably We Got Ice. I think We Got Ice handedly beats them. Jolly Olives, who knows? Because who knows who shows up?
We Got Ice is a great matchup for MacFlurry, actually, because it might neutralize their good pitching.
Yeah, and good hitting because they're athletic defensively.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel rude. But
interesting. I'm not that worried about them only because they won a championship doing exactly this game. Like scoring 1 or 2 runs and then just being lights out otherwise.
I mean, the only difference here is like from the season they won the championship, you do have a better Forgotten Rotten at the plate, at least based off of last tournament, if Shelfie can start hitting again.
Yeah. I'm sure he will.
Jimmy and Jake are decently better. They didn't really show it in the first game, but they're better. Joe's has gotten better. Lou is Lou. He could turn it on at any given point.
A little better. We Got Ice has not been a factor in a long time.
Right. So we'll see. Woogas are probably better than that first tournament that they won. So they can win. This is how they won. You're right, but I don't know if I could see them pulling off the same kind of stunt this time.
Yeah. It's difficult to pull off twice.
Player of the game.
Player of the game.
Oh, good. Thanks a lot, Brendan, for stealing my spotlight.
Everybody feel bad for me. I'm sick.
I'm going to have to give it to Colin just because nobody really did anything in this game. He got the most.
He's always fun to watch.
He's always fun to watch. He got a hit. He got a double. And he walked twice, and he got the walk-off walk. So he was great on the mound. 2 strikeouts and 13 pitches, as well as another just regular out, is kind of fucking insane.
And when he's throwing Pennick, he's just toying with him like a cat and mouse. It was just.
He called everybody. He Satchel Paged. Was that Satchel Paige who did that?
I don't know.
Allegedly, there's like I think it was Satchel Paige.
Sat down the defense.
He called in the fielders.
That's badass.
I think it was him. Yeah. Yes, Satchel Paige. He called in his outfielders, right. The fans started booing him, so he decided someone was going to have to be showed up for that. He called in his outfielders and had him sit down in the infield and then struck out the final batter, winning the game. It's like, I remember learning that as a kid and being like, that's fucking nuts. And then just believing it. So I just held it until I looked it up to confirm it. He Satchel Paged it. So good for you, Colin. Congratulations on player of the game. Here's a duck for you. You don't get duck of the game, though, but you do get the duck.
You do not. Good job, Colin.
Do you have anything to add? No? Okay.
He's just fucking nasty.
Play of the game.
Play the game. My play of the game is, thank you, Dalton's, how do I word this? His butt catch? You're going to do it no matter what I said.
Yeah, I was going to do it no matter what.
Dalton's butt catch. It was honestly crazy. It's one of those catches that it's like a Willie Mays catch. He's facing the other direction. He's running backwards. He sees directly above him. It's a hard hit ball at the ceiling. He slides and it was a pure reaction. by Dalton. You can't teach what he did there. It was just nuts. He takes a perfect route to that ball that like some people might have it might have dropped before they even knew where the fuck it was, and he is like his instincts just like took him to the spot and slid at the perfect time so he could get in position to haul it in, and just a very technical, difficult catch. I don't think people realize how hard that was to do.
This was when he was
insane.
pitching, right?
Yeah. It was really insanely difficult.
Butt catch.
So it was also so close to him too. It must have been really hard to see, and like, he had to look straight up. It was coming down at his face.
What out was that?
This
was the second out?
I don't remember.
Yeah, it looks like it because the first out was like the slow roller.
Mm-hmm.
K-Mac's weird batting stance. Bang. You're calling this a butt catch?
Because he lands on his butt.
Okay. So the way you were talking about it made me think that
he turned around and caught
sitting,
up to his cheeks.
He was already sitting and then caught it.
No.
Not he caught it and then landed on his butt. Joe's McFly running around.
That also cracked me up. You see him in the background running around with 2 flags.
It's crazy that you called this a butt catch.
It's a good name by a good guy.
You probably should have called it a hat catch, if anything, because his hat falls off before he even starts to fall.
It's a butt catch.
All right, butt catch. Put it in the books. The booty tooty catchy watchy. Yeah, yes. I mean, Dalton had one hell of a defensive game. Last game it was Pennick. This game it's Dalton. I mean, is the Warehouse Athletic Club going to be the new defense team?
They're kind of saying themselves that they are.
Yeah, we got ice.
Dalton's on the team already. It's kind of like that, but yeah, these guys might be. These guys might be. I agree.
Okay. Del Caribe versus We Got Ice is next in the Warehouse. Brendy, 2 undefeated teams. What are you watching for?
That's crazy. I will watch We Got Ice.
With your eyes.
Watch with my eyes.
Okay.
I want to see We Got Ice. I can't pick the whole team. Let's see
you
Jack
pick one.
Build on his last outing and still be good, because last outing was good still. It wasn't his best, but it was still great. And I want to see him be dominant and build on his last good outing.
You want to see him be Dominic?
Dominic. I want to see him change his name mid-game to Dominic. I think he could do it. We've seen him be amazing before, and plastic surgeon type player. Let's start this now and go into playoffs.
Let's start it now.
Feeling fantastic, being 2-0, knowing that Jack can give you playoff innings that are where he's untouchable.
Jack, last outing, 25 pitches, 3 outs recorded, 2 strikeouts, 2 hits, 1 walk.
He's pretty good.
Pretty good.
And he
looks awful.
nasty. He had all of his stuff.
He did. And you're coming up against a team who has been struggling big time hitting and famously got no hit. I believe, what was it, in the last tournament? They were like really fucking bad.
Yeah, I think as long as he doesn't walk them, they're going to swing through a lot of
they
shit.
do seem like they're being a little more patient getting 5 walks last game. You saw them chase a lot more in previous tournaments, and they're not doing that, which is good. Which brings me to my what to watch for, which has nothing to do with hitting. I think we could all see this coming. Are they going to stick with their strategy of having Joe's pitch first to get his out of the way? And if they do, I mean, this is probably the toughest team to do it against because they don't chase. So we'll see. This is what I'm very, very interested to see. Joe's is probably going to start the game. And then, no. I want to see if he can get his out early. Like if he can, like we saw, he has that little curveball now. That curveball could very well induce a ground ball to get him out of the game early. I could totally see. I don't think I could see Zoe fucking that up, but I could totally see Jack like hitting it off the bottom of the bat and Ryan just scooping it up. Joe's taking his glove and just firing it at the strike zone afterwards.
Yeah,
saying, I'm done, Pop.
I really love his bow.
He cracked me up in the last game when it was the second inning and he got on the mound and he's like, I think it's time. And then Chris Rose calls out, "You pitching?" He goes, "Fuck no."
No, fuck no.
That cracked me up.
And every other guy that is like new to pitching or like has the 1-out rule, the Joe MacFlurry rule, they're all like, "I'm gonna keep going and see what I got. I want to see if I can build some confidence." Joe is just like, "Nope, I did it. I did what I was supposed to do. I'm fucking done."
Brendy, so far this tournament, I've learned 2 things. 1, I love Justin Pennick. Absolutely love Justin Pennick. The guy is pure entertainment. 2, every time I see Joe's, he gets funnier and funnier.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
I don't his game. Like he was funny. It made me laugh out loud in this game.
Joe's cracks me up. He's like a genuinely funny guy, and I'm not talking about laugh at him. I'm talking about like he's genuinely a funny guy. Very happy about that.
Agreed.
If you're happy about that, what should you be drinking, Brendan?
If you're happy about that, you can drink Subtle Tea. It's a drink made by me. You can find it at thesubtletea.com. Use code HoppyBoys for $2 off of your order of a 12-pack. The Hoppy Boys is my other podcast about beer and lols.
You say podcast twice?
Podcast. You could podcast.
I think you did, unless it was just like an audio mess up on my end. It sounded like you said it's my other podcast.
It was the internet. Podcast. I say podcast too. I hate the word podcast. Just embarrassing. When people, I don't want to tell people I do podcasts because it's just like it's like a nasty word. Because it makes you sound like you think
nobody even uses
important,
iPods anymore.
But you're not. I do an embarrassing thing in my spare time.
Nobody uses iPads.
Nobody uses iPads.
Nobody uses iPods. Nobody uses iPads. Nobody uses iPods.
Go listen to the Hoppy Boys wherever you get your podcasts, or on YouTube. Search Hoppy Boys. You can also listen to this very show on YouTube. Search Blitzball Boys and subscribe and watch all of our fun visual gags. Peter tried to take a picture of me with Flash. It didn't work. That's funny. Watch that.
Didn't work. Very funny.
Very funny.
Do you got anything else?
That's all, folks.
Okay. I don't plug anything because I'm boring as hell.
Boring as hell.
Hug your pets.
Hug your pets.
Brendan, you excited for Clark Schmidt?
Got him starting today. My fantasy team can't wait.
Bye.
Oh, bye. See ya.